before we get into our breakdown of season 1, episode 2 of How I Met Your Mother, discussing attraction and arousal, I want to say a few things before we actually get to our breakdown, in which we'll be discussing attraction and arousal. What we've learned is that women, just like men, have their own unrealistic ideas about the type of man that they desire. This was made much more evident to me as I watched The Beacon, starring Jason Statham. Jason Statham's character is the ideal man for most women. He's masculine, he's tough, rugged, and yet he can be compassionate, affectionate, and even gentle at times. Alexander Skarsgård's character in The Legend of Tarzan also displays some of these contradictory traits. It's comparable to men who want a hot, sexy, pervasive woman who's modest, humble, and sexually chaste, except when it comes to him. This idealized version of the mate is also as highly unlikely as the woman's idealized version of her mate. However, men will often overlook a lack of some of these traits in a younger woman and exclude dealing with older women that may have an abundance of some of these traits. And women, much like men, will forego some of these attractive traits in a man, such as empathy, affection, and compassion, or a man that has few of these traits but is of a higher status. It's like the data that we just previously looked at. Women choose to prioritize status above everything else in a man, and men tend to often prioritize youth and fertility above everything else. Now, women would have you believe that they are interested in a sweet, loving guy, but only if that guy is wrapped up in a Jason Statham persona. Because women, much like men, have unrealistic ideals about the type of mate that they actually desire. Much like the woman that wants a dominant, masculine man that is gentle, sweet, and caring, the man wants a modest and chaste woman, but is humble enough to not let her looks define her or her personality. One scenario is as unrealistic as the other. However, in today's time, the man is more likely to realize and understand that their idealized mate is highly unattainable and likely does not exist in reality. However, many modern women are less likely to believe that their idealized mate is non-existent and more likely to believe that that idealized version of their mate is not only out there, but that he is willing to be monogamous to her. If you watch most movies, television shows, and advertisements today, you will notice an attack on men's unwillingness to be open, affectionate, and communicative. In short, men who refuse to emote as women are often ostracized in today's society. So, before we get into today's breakdown, I think it's best for our young men to understand that it's important to work on your arousing traits as a man. To understand, you should always be working on things that help you achieve higher status while honing your masculine traits such as stoicism and frame.